So for those of you who don't know, Pine was the YouTuber who interviewed all the biggest names from K9 to VMT, Apollo, Stubway, J-Man, you name it. But recently he announced he's going to leave Gorilla Tag for good, which is why I decided to get him to interview one last time. Because the guy who interviewed everybody deserves to be interviewed himself. We got Pine in the house, everybody.
Hola, mi amo El Pine. Me amo El Baño. Hold on, before you start off, it's good to be on the other side of one of these for once, you know?
Oh shit. Okay, so for the starting, we're gonna be in Gorilla Tag. Then for the hot seat, we're gonna put you in the frying pan in Egg VR.
Oh god.
Alright, so Pine. Okay, the most asked question. How do you know all these creators, man?
Oh god. Dude, if I had $1 for every time I was asked that question, bro, I'd be Elon Musk, bro. I think the short and simple answer is most of them I knew before they were big, or they have like reached out to me in various different ways.
Oh, okay. So you just like texted them and you were like, oh, yo, I want to interview you. Let's get on.
Yeah, it started with K9. Is one of your questions asking me how I started the interviews?
No.
Okay, well, I'll answer that question because people do want to know.
Oh, sure. Okay.
But it started off with, because like I have this love for like podcasts and TV shows, and I had one before. A lot of people don't know this, but I had a podcast called the 3 a.m. podcast. The YouTube channel's still up, by the way.
Oh.
And we did 3 episodes. The first episode we got Apollo. Second episode was just us, just vibing. And then the third episode we had Get Hip, which was a live stream and it never actually got fully released. It was me, Aiden, and my friend Pterodactyl.
You said this bit in Apollo's interview as well, I think.
Yeah, because Apollo was like Apollo was the first ever person we featured on an episode. Fast forward about a year and a half later, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do these interview things, and because I have such a pool in the Girl Tech community, let me ask some of my friends. So I asked K9 because I had known K9 since before he had a YouTube channel. I said, hey man, do you want to do this thing? And he was just like, yeah. And then we filmed it. I think less than 24 hours later, and then went and edited it, released it the same day, and it didn't do well. But afterwards, I spoke to K9. I was like, hey, I think if I want to do this, I want to end it off with J-Man. He was like, go for it. I mean, it'll probably happen. And then right after that, got in contact with VMT about it. Obviously, his episode didn't come till later. But I just like kept messaging my creator friends, and we went from there.
The biggest hit was Apollo's episode, right?
Yeah, I'm shocked about that because we hyped up the J-Man one so much. And then the Apollo one like overperformed it like crazy.
Here's the thing, like everybody wants to know where Apollo is and what he's been up to. But for J-Man, you see his video every other day, bro. So you kind of have an idea.
Yeah.
But for Apollo, it was like this great big mystery.
Yeah, that's what kind of shocked me because I know when I was talking to Apollo about it beforehand, I said like this video probably will do well because you haven't been seen in over like 2 years. And it was yeah, it wouldn't be too bad. And I was telling J-Man, I was like, dude, this your video's gonna blow up, bro. You're like the biggest Gorilla Tag YouTuber. And then it like underperformed so much. I'm like, why is this? And I looked into it, and because I think like not even like a couple of people, like thousands of people started like reposting the Apollo interview on like TikTok or like YouTube Shorts. I think some kid got like 10 million views from it, which was insane.
My God. That's more than the YouTube videos.
That's more than me. That's my views, man.
What's the craziest interaction you've had with any of these YouTubers?
Describe craziest.
Something that comes to your mind when I say the word crazy.
Crazy in terms of chaotic was when Elliot started just branching out of nowhere and smacked the living poop out of his wall.
Oh shit. That was the best moment.
Crazy and like, oh my god, was when J-Man started talking about, and this wasn't even on camera, by the way. This was also off camera, but he did a little bit of it on camera. Where he was just talking about like how good my interviews were.
Oh.
And that to me was like, whoa. Because this guy's like, it's jmancurly, you know?
Damn.
Crazy was just being able to get, the boys on my little podcast thing. That was really fun.
Oh yeah. This question you ask everybody in their interviews. How did you find Gorilla Tag?
I love this story, man. I love the story. Gorilla Tag at the time was still on SideQuest. One of my IRL friends, Rory, shout out Rory, I'm going to send this to him. He was like, hey, do you have a VR headset? I was like, no, but I'll probably get one. It's sick. There's a game called Gorilla Tag, and you need to try it. I was like, okay. So we met up, and he gave me like his headset to try. And I instantly started playing Gorilla Tag. I was like, holy moly, this is a fun game. Fast forward about half a year, I got a headset. First game I downloaded Gorilla Tag, and I ended up playing it for hours and hours on end, dude. It was so fun.
But when was this? Like 2 years ago?
I think when I first started playing it on my friend's headset, it was like the week of the game coming out.
Oh,
on SideQuest.
So you're like epic, like one of the very first players ever.
I guess so, yeah. Oh my god.
Oh shit. But what do you think changed about Gorilla Tag community since then?
I've seen the community go through so many different phases. I've seen it go through, the starting phase, which is a bunch of people, like, oh, is this game going to do well? I don't know if this game will do, like, the optimistic stage. I've seen it go from just a community of people, helping each other to like what it is now. Mm-hmm. I think all you have to do is take one look at Gorilla Tag YouTube to see that it's like, I'll be honest, it is in like the worst state I've ever seen it. I've seen it go through some states, and this is the worst.
But for you, was YouTube always the goal to become a YouTuber?
No,
really?
YouTube actually was never the goal.
Oh my god. Then how did you get into it?
Okay, so a lot of people don't know this is, a lot of people know I dropped out of high school, but it was to pursue music.
Oh.
And then when Gorilla Tag came around, I was like, you know what? I'm bored. Let me make a few TikToks,
Right.
Because like I had a TikTok account where I played my guitar. And I was like, I'm just going to show these guys what I found. I'm like, hey guys, this is a cool game. I'm going to try and do this thing that I see everyone do. Then I think within a month, that account ended up having like 10,000 followers.
Sheesh.
Before it was at like 1,000. I was like, okay, well, this is a bit weird. So I started a YouTube channel.
And then the rest is history.
Before I had started, the YouTube channel, I had ended up knowing VMT and Cracker.
Oh, from TikTok?
No, just through hanging out in J-Man's Discord server.
Oh, okay.
And I think at the time, VMT had like 30k.
Sheesh.
J-Man had like 400k at the time.
Okay, but he was still in the lead.
Oh, he was easily in the lead, yeah. Yeah, and I just started making videos with like Cracker and stuff.
When did your channel like really start taking off?
Okay, so I had just stopped editing for Cracker. For those who don't know, I used to edit Cracker's videos. Mm-hmm. I think it's what initially kind of got me into video editing.
Oh.
But like, because I had done my own stuff and I was like messing around with it because I was always techie with like Premiere Pro and all this. Then I made a video just checking out the Gorilla Tags like the rain update before the rain was added. It was just like the rainy cosmetics.
Oh.
And I made a video. It was like a minute long. And I just like, I'm just going to post this. I'm going to move on with my day. And my friend was like, hey, do you want to get on? I was like, sure. Let me live stream some lobbies. Why not? And I ended up live streaming.
And?
Like, it was the first 30 minutes, just a regular stream. 10 people were vibing. Mm-hmm. And then out of nowhere, I see my viewer count just go up and up. I'm like, wait a second. All of a sudden, went from 10 viewers to like 300. I'm like, okay, what's going on here? And then I've got like content creators like Kiss Shark, a bunch of the old Gorilla Tag content creators just in my chats being like, yo, we just shouted you out. You're doing crazy.
Holy smokes.
Oh my God. I think I was at like 700 subs because I know the stream before was when I met Eric1515. He's been subbed to me since 700 subs, which I think is absolutely insane. Yeah, and that live stream I went from 700 to over 1,000. I think it was like 1.2k.
So this was your first like holy shit moment.
Yeah, this was like, oh my God, what is happening? And then I ended stream and I looked at that video and it was at like 60,000 views.
Holy shit.
And it just kept going up for like the next week.
What was it like hitting 100k then?
Oh, so you've jumped pretty far here.
I just skipped half the plot.
Yeah, no, I think like on the days leading up, and yes, it was days leading up to 100k. Because I went from 50k subs to 100k in a month.
What?
Yeah, and I just remember like I saw my sub count and I was just chilling in my bed when I was at like 60k. And I was like, holy moly, I'm at 60,000 subscribers. Maybe my channel isn't dead after all. Because I thought my channel was dead after I did the interviews.
Damn.
And then like I went live the next day and I hit 70k and I'm like, oh my God, I'm at 70k.
Smokes.
And it's been less than 24 hours.
Holy moly.
And then I ended the stream, next day, 75k. I'm like, okay, slow down a bit. And then for like a week, nothing happened. It was just like maybe a couple hundred a day. I was like, okay. And then I was like, you know what? Let's go all in again. Boom. The next day I hit 85k. I'm like, holy shit. And I just remember when I hit 90k the same day, I was just kind of sat there just at the end of my bed like, this is really unexpected. I was like trying to fathom it, but I physically couldn't. And then I hit, 100k, I think at like 1 o'clock in the morning.
So like your secret to 100k was like the live streams.
Yeah, I have no idea why those live streams did so well. But I remember peaking out like 5,000 viewers in one of the streams, and I was just like,
oh my God.
This is actually like the biggest I've ever been on YouTube.
But you're one of the OG live streamers, because I see like, if you write Gorilla Tag whatever time, like you'll see like 50 live streams going on at the same time. But like back in the day, I guess it was something new.
Oh, yeah, I've been live streaming for like a really long time. I remember there was a week straight on YouTube where I was the #1 Gorilla Tag streamer consecutively. I can't speak English. Every single day I would live stream, and I was getting more viewers than like Eric1515. I think it was like 400 viewers every stream.
Shit. I think it's the humor that gets everybody.
Yeah, real.
Okay, last question before we move on to the hot seat. What was your best memory in Gorilla Tag?
Oh God, I think my best memory ever in Gorilla Tag. It's kind of a weird one, right? It was about 3 o'clock in the morning. and I'm playing Gorilla Tag with Rekid, and we're going undercover in like a bunch of lobbies. And I remember just for like an hour straight, me, him, and some like one random dude we found in a public lobby were just sitting in caves. Just for a whole hour, just the bottom of caves, just having a nice conversation for an hour.
Holy shit. So you were just like still.
There. Yeah, we're just sat there like me, Rekid's playing his ukulele. I'm sat there just doodling on my guitar, and we're all just talking about life. This kid had no idea who we were.
Damn.
We're just yapping. I think that was probably a good memory because that was just kind of like this game can just be nice, you know?
Ah, sheesh. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, now we're gonna put Pine in the hot seat in this frying pan in Egg VR. Pine, you're frying right now, so you have to answer quickly and you have to answer honestly.
Help me!
Alright, first question. Who do you think is the best Gorilla Tag player?
The best Gorilla Tag player, number one, is between Mosa and Pepsi D.
Oh, that's a good one. Okay, which one of these three YouTubers is most likely to get into a controversy? Is it J-Man, is it Chibi, or do you think it's gonna be Elliot?
Elliot, 100%.
Okay, hard one. Name your top three Gorilla Tag YouTubers.
Top 3 Gorilla Tag YouTubers.
Oh god, you really put me on the spot here.
Number 1, my good friend Boom VR.
Okay.
Number 2, Bonomo.
Okay.
No idea where he's went.
Okay.
Number 3, Apollo.
Oh, smokes. Alright, Pine, what do you think of Egg VR?
I genuinely think it's more interesting than Gorilla Tag.
No freaking way.
It's so much more fun.
Yo, okay. Last one. Do you think any of the Gorilla Tag ghosts are actually real?
No! Gorilla Tag ghosts are real, you're stupid!
No! No! Alright, back to Gorilla Tag. So we're gonna end it up with some legacy questions. Pine, what are your plans for the future?
My plans for the future,
So right now, for those who don't know, I've currently fully stopped playing Gorilla Tag. I've deleted it off my Steam account. So I literally, if I was probably gonna have to buy it.
We'll buy it for you.
Right now, I am a full-time editor for a big YouTuber. If you know who it is.
Is there someone you'd like to thank, like who was with you throughout this journey, like who genuinely supported you?
I think the two people I'd want to thank is one, my friend Boom/Georgie. He has been like a help for me for like a long time. I think who initially helped me get my start was Quan Lee, if you know that's Arlo, the Gorilla Tag Ghost Hunter.
Oh yeah, I know that guy. He's amazing.
Yeah, way back when I had less than 500 subs.
Ooh.
They were like helping me so much.
And this one, will we ever see a Pine comeback?
I mean, I'm still here. I live stream occasionally. And through the Gorilla Tag, probably not.
Oh, okay. Okay, I hope you didn't throw out your Oculus.
I've grown up. I'm 19 turning 20. When I started, I was like 17.
Alright, last question. What's your advice to up-and-coming Gorilla Tag YouTubers?
growing on Gorilla Tag YouTube right now is probably one of the hardest things possible, and there's a lot of downsides that come with making content for the game. But I think my one piece of advice would be stand out. The best ways to grow now is standing out. It always has been, but a lot of people just seem to think, oh, if I do what this creator's doing, I'm gonna blow up. No. Like, I've had people do what I do, and I've always told them, don't directly copy me. One thing that I learned was called the yoink and twist. You take what someone's doing, and you twist it, make it your own.
There's not gonna be another jmancurly, but there could be another Arlo. I don't know.
Exactly. I mean, well, everyone's doing ghost hunting now.
That's actually what I was thinking of doing as well. All right, everybody.
Dude, they're making hundreds of thousands of dollars. I think one of them's made almost or just over 100K this month.
Holy shit.
So like with Gorilla Tag ghost hunting, if you want a lot of money, you want to be like rich, just do that.
So yeah, all right, guys. So thank you so much, Pine, for joining us. This is EbbyDebbyDoo signing out. You can go check out Pine's channel. You can check out Pine's content. You can check out IVR, and yeah.
Subscribe to Ebby, or I will find you.